Well, hello. Good morning. It's March 2nd, 9 o'clock here in California. It's gorgeous today. Seriously, just got out of my pajamas so that you didn't have to hang out with me in my PJs. Yeah, this is gonna be a lazy day, I think. I barely brushed my hair for you all. Sorry about that. It's been a busy week. Man, I don't know if your lives are all of a sudden getting crazy. I see Danny and Jennifer from Missouri. Hi. How's it going? And Valerie's here with me too, and Margaret. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just wondering, is your life kind of ramping up here? It's March. And I have this faint memory of March last year, and that was when everything kind of closed down. I'm not sure where you all live, but the last year in California has been pretty strange. And it really does feel like I can't believe a whole year has gone by. Oh, looks like Eileen, she is the first real time with you all. Eileen, this is your first live video with me. I'm so happy you're here. Wow, that's so cool. I mean, most of these people I like, oh, there's Courtney. Oh, there's Esther. Oh, I love seeing new people. So thanks so much for sharing our very first video together. Sorry, I'm all like lazy today. Crazy. Most of you know that I have like this upholstery business that I do on the side. It's kind of like my side hustle. It used to be my main deal, and now it's not, because I like hanging out with you and I like writing and speaking, and so now it's kind of my side hustle. But for the last year, literally, it's been like not even that. And this week, like 3 jobs this week. My goodness, I was in the garage so much. And then Friday night, I had a women's retreat with a church in Missouri. And so that was cool. Super, super fun. And then I worked all weekend. So, dude, I'm just like, I'm tired. Today is lazy Tuesday. So happy. This is like the one thing on my list to do today. And honestly, this is not a chore. I love hanging out with you guys. So, okay, we've got an announcement here from Courtney. This is her last week of college. She's going to be done after this. Woohoo! Good job, Courtney. Way to go. So proud of you. You've been working on this for a long time, so I applaud you. I love this when we actually get to know each other, if anyone else has, something to say, this is so fun. And Karen says, you watch my videos all the time, but this is the second time you've actually been live. Hey, that's awesome, Karen. Thanks for hanging out with us today. So, okay, let me get back to what I was talking about. Anyway, super busy. I'm lazy today. Life's going to change here really, really, really fast. Everything's opening up. My kids have a start date for school. Are you kidding me? They haven't been to school in a year. And my husband's coaching again, so they're going to start soccer season here. All of a sudden, this is going to get crazy around here. Like really, really crazy. On Friday, my husband and I were on a run at the beach. I know, glorious, huh? Maybe not the running part, but the beach part was glorious. Anyway, we're running and we run into a friend who's walking, and we just stop and chat for a little bit. And it's so crazy that sometimes I don't even know how to like interact with people face to face. Like I'm really good on video. I feel like I'm pretty good on FaceTime, or even Marco Polo has been my new best friend this year. But like face to face, it was like all awkward and weird. And I was like, this is so strange. It was so funny. I even like forgot his name and called him a different person. Like, are you kidding me? I was like, I gotta like get back on my A game here. Like this is very, very interesting to all of a sudden jump back into normal life. Wow. So anyway, this guy was part of like our community group, and there was like 5 couples, and we would get together, you know, once or twice a month and hang out and just encourage each other and pray for each other and stuff. And like we're like, okay, so where did they all go? You know, like it just, everyone just like disappeared, you know? So anyway, my husband and I were just like, okay, we have got to get back into community. Like we haven't had anyone in our house for like a year. It's actually crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah. I mean, there have been a friend or two here and there, but like a group of people, no. So, I thought it was very, very funny because this week's chapter is totally about having people over, but it's so different than what we're going through right now. So we're going to read this and then we'll talk a little bit more about it and see how you guys are doing with this whole, new thing that we're doing here. Let's see. We are in chapter 25. This is in a prairie devotional. If any of you guys are following along, awesome. If you're not following along and you want to, yeah, go pick up a copy, you know? Let's see. You can get it anywhere books are sold. You can also get them on my Prairie Shop on Etsy if you want. So there's my plug. And we're on chapter 25. And it is called Community, Not Perfection. And this is from season 3, episode 12, Little Lost Girl. Oh, what a sad, sad episode. The episode breaks my heart. This is when the little girl drowns in the lake. Crazy. And you know, funny because it's so interesting, the different themes of the episodes that the producers and Michael Landon and Kent McCrae and all the writers did for these episodes. And you know, it's funny because sometimes when I think about an episode like this, and then my mind goes to the little girl, I feel like I'm really in the sun here, a little girl that drowned at the neighborhood pool in Texas where my sister lives. And I think it's so interesting, the Little House episodes, just, they do relate to our lives. They're a little bit different, but just the heartache that they're trying to tap into is just, it's like no other, right? Anyway, so this is, I think they're all looking for the little girl, and there's kind of this outcast man, and Carolyn, of course, invites him over. And that's where this whole thing comes from. The quote, I really like it. It's a super fun quote. It says, "It won't be fancy, but we've got plenty." It won't be fancy, but we've got plenty. Yeah. All right, here we go. Perfectionism prevents many of us from opening our homes. The pressure to provide good food in an enjoyable setting overwhelms us. Carolyn Ingalls has something to teach us about hospitality. Having people to our homes, large or small, fancy or casual, is about togetherness, nothing else. When our kids were young, we didn't get out much. We missed movie dates and quiet nights together, but even more, we missed having people over. Overwhelmed by diapers and laundry with toys everywhere, I didn't have the energy to clean the house and cook a killer dinner for company. One night, Josh said, "Let's start Sunday night dinners at our house." After my panic subsided, I realized he was speaking wisdom. He usually does. He knew we needed encouragement and fun with other couples. So we opened our front door to guests on Sunday evenings. We didn't think of these meals as dinner parties. but rather as time to enjoy friends and food. We invited couples and singles to come and hang out. The important thing was not what filled our stomachs or how spotless the house was, but what filled our hearts. Some nights, a busy schedule or a slim pantry made the idea seem impossible, but it always worked out. I had to resist the urge to over-clean. We didn't need a flawless house. What we needed was people around us, people with a sparkle in their eyes. We longed for conversations around the table, even if we had to step over toys to get there. I'll never forget those nights, card games and homemade ice cream and lifting up prayers around our big wooden table. Something happens when we do life with other people, when we walk alongside them through life's ups and downs. Our hearts begin to beat for those around us, not just ourselves. We pray fervently for each other and came to the rescue when someone needed help. It was community at its finest. We are missing out on wonderful fellowship when we let perfectionism keep us from having people over. Carolyn's style of hospitality is a good one. Simple food with friends is more important than a fancy meal we're too tired to enjoy. Our friends don't see the dusty shelves and baseboards. They long for community, not perfection. And the verse is from Acts 2:42, and it says, "Every believer was faithfully devoted to following the teachings of the apostles. Their hearts were mutually linked to one another, sharing communion and coming together regularly for prayer." Yes, so that was a season when our kids were really little. And, you know, it's funny, the very first time that we had one of those Sunday night dinners, our son was about, oh my goodness, how old was he? 3 months old, 4 months old, I remember. And I just remember, oh, it's the funniest thing. Toby was the cutest little chubby cheeked baby. And we had this one couple over, and Josh would do this thing with Toby where he would sit him on his lap and kind of like make him flex, and he would have these big old cheeks, and oh my goodness, we laughed our heads off for like an hour. And those Sunday night dinners were like born, and we did it for, oh my goodness, until our kids were from 3 or 4 months old until they were about 5 or so. And every Sunday night we had people over. Sometimes there was just one couple, and sometimes there were like 6. And it was just amazing. I'm getting super sunny here. I'm going to move over a little bit and see if this helps. Oh boy, there we go. The tripod's not liking me. How's that? Is that better? Ah, that's better. So yeah, it was just amazing. But you know, the funny thing was, I had to seriously tell myself that I could not clean the house, because then all of a sudden it became about this show. It became about I don't know, the performance of it. You know what I mean? And I had to make sure that I wasn't trying to make a really good dinner. It was whatever. This is just super casual, you know? And I think now, oh, you want to get through, Mo? Go ahead, go on, get through. Now I feel like we're in this whole different season where we do need community again. We totally need the exact same thing that we needed when my kids were little. But now there's this whole weird thing of it's not about making my house perfect. It's about, do people even feel comfortable in my house? And I might actually have to clean, not so that it looks good, but so that it's safe, you know, how interesting. Or I don't know why, but we haven't really had any outdoor barbecues with our friends. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe there's this weird thing about are people going to be okay with it? Da, da, da. And maybe that's where we need to start. It's a big barbecue outside on the grass where no one has to touch anything. Anyway, so I wonder how you're doing with it all, what your life is like. I mean, some of you guys live in the snow right now, so you're outdoor barbecue? Are you kidding me? I mean, look at how blue the sky is out here. We literally could have a barbecue today. Like it's supposed to be 67 today or something. It was, I don't know how warm it was over the weekend. I was sitting out here and it was like summer, you know? So I understand that oh, my mom is so funny. She says, "Hi, Wendy, guess who?" Oh, mother, you're so funny. She needs to have a little bit of attention. I got to talk about her to everybody while I'm doing this. If you guys don't know my mom, Jackie's my mom, and she's so fun. Get to know her. Anyway, so I'm wondering how you guys are all doing. Getting to know people, getting back into community, relying on people more than just on a screen. Like, this whole face-to-face thing has got to happen. We've got to be able to be face-to-face again. So, yeah. Anyway, community. How are you building community? That is a good question. We got to start building it again. It's been a year, folks. It's time to start intermingling our lives with others. We got to do it. We've got to do it. So I encourage you in that. Tell me what you're doing, how you're going, you know, in this whole thing. Like, maybe you have some ideas for me. I'd love the ideas. Yeah. Okay, so here's to the rest of my lazy day. I wonder what you guys are all doing. Hang in there. Get out and do something. And for those of you that are in the snow, stay warm. All right. Love you guys. See you next week. All right. Bye.